Something to think about all weekend, all the end of last week, the beginning of this week here is wartime general. And what I mean by that is, man, I don't know if shaky times are coming or not for sure, but you see all the people getting laid off. You see these big companies that are laying off 100 people, 500 people, 1,000 people, 2,000 people. And although it's not as vast as it was in the Great Recession, some of those companies might know something that I don't know when you look at some of the companies that are doing that. And it makes me think, okay, what am I missing? What do we got to be doing better? And so been diving in all the way into operations, been looking at everything top to bottom. I'm looking at all of our delinquent rents. I'm making some calls myself on some of these people to see what's going on. I'm just trying to pay more and more and closer attention of every single detail of our business to see what I feel might be coming, or to see what our consumers are feeling, and then also just to see what we need to be doing better in our operations, because there's a lot we can be doing better. There's always, if you know me, if you've been following my content, I'm never ever satisfied. So let alone when potentially rocky times are coming and you find some question marks in the operations of what you want to be able to double down on the improvement. You got to dive all the way in, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm making there's less things that I'm listening to my team about as far as, hey, what do you think? I'm more of, right now, the last 4 or 5 days, I've been rolling with my gut, and I've been telling people, no, this is what we're gonna do, and we're gonna follow through on it. It's not not that everything was up for debate prior to this, but the last 4 to 5 to 6 days, I've left less and less of the decisions up for some debate or groupthink, and I'm diving in 100% all the way in, looking at all of our reports, our high level KPIs and all that stuff, but then diving in to try to figure out what's behind those KPIs, why, and all that stuff, and trying to see what if I see things that if I can find things that these other companies might be seeing, what's going on, right? And then I'm trying to focus on so being a wartime general, I'm trying to focus on what I can control, what we can control. There's a lot of things out there that we really can't control, but we can control, how fast we give a 5-day notice if someone doesn't pay their rent. We can control how many times we're knocking on the door for rent. We can control who we're putting into our apartments. We can control the marketing that we do, the picking up of the phones to be able to get showings on the books. We can control a lot of things, and I want to make sure and double down and triple down that we're doing all we can, scratching, clawing, digging, doing all we can on the items that we can control, and do them to the best of our ability, and just take massive action on it, serious, massive action with strength on it. And that's what I mean by wartime general. I feel like we're on a verge of a war. You got politicians coming after business, and then if we have the recession and we dip into recession because of some of the decisions and whatnot, it could be a perfect storm. And so I'm kind of grabbing the bull by the horns per se, and really diving deep. This is almost like the deepest that I've kind of dived in again since COVID started, because when that first started, I dove deep into the operations end of it as well. That's what I'm doing right now. So, I'm doing zero looking at acquisitions right now. I shouldn't say that. Maybe 2%. 2% of my time is looking at acquisitions and focusing on those things. And then 98% just literally into the minutia almost a little bit. Looking at the high level reports that I see, and the numbers that I don't like, or the numbers that have trended a different way from what they were trending, I'm diving all the way down into the details and doing some of the nitty gritty, doing some of the things that I was doing that I haven't done in 5 years, because I'm trying to get a grasp on it. I'm trying to get a feel on it. And then I'm making decisions, quick, strong, fast decisions. And I'm expecting out of my team, like immediate results and immediate action on these items to grasp what's going on, to figure out what's going on. And so that's what it means to be a wartime general. You don't have a lot of time to sit and think about things all the time. You got to be able to react. You got to be able to take in what you're seeing, to take in what you're reading, to take in what you're feeling, and you've got to be able to do that analyzing of it real quick. And then you got to be able to come up with a solution, and then you need to be able to execute and implement on a solution. My biggest thing is massive action, right? So I'm not the smartest, I'm not the most well-spoken, I'm not, I don't know, those are two things I know I'm not. I don't know what else I am not, but one thing I do know is I know how to take massive action. And hey, sometimes massive action, going in the wrong direction takes you in the wrong direction, but at least I figure out that I'm going in the wrong direction pretty damn quick, and then I take that massive action and pivot just a touch and get it going in the right direction. And it's always solved any issue we had, any problem we have, it's allowed us to overcome anything that's kind of been like out of our control or in the macro economy or whatever. That massive action and then finding out that exact direction that we need to go in with that massive action has always worked. And so that's what I'm, going back to here, right? So, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I'm like, 2000, this recession, I don't think this is gonna be like 08. I don't think this is gonna be like the Great Depression. And my mindset shifted a little bit with some of the stuff that I read Thursday, Friday morning. And then I started looking at like some of the things in our company and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's a combination. Maybe it's a combination of recession, but also maybe it's a combination of there's a couple things in our operation that we got to do way better, right? This is a great opportunity to become that wartime general and just start making decisions and pushing things through. And if there's rocky waters coming, or if rocky waters already here and we don't even know it, at least we're going to be in a better position to withstand and excel through that and not be destroyed by it, right? So, Wartime General, Want to Know Wednesday. Thank you guys for tuning in. Every Wednesday, 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, you can tune in here because we're going to have a Want to Know Wednesday. Every Thursday, 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, Ballin' with Spaulding's coming out. We try to do some of these constant videos for you. Appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Please subscribe. I feel like we're the most undervalued YouTube channel out there. Leave a comment. What do you want to know? What questions you want to ask? What do you want next week's Want to Know Wednesday to be about?